I am so no magical time. I'm so good. Bolsters are always optional. Extra cushy. I don't know. Or put them in front. Outside? What's that? What you doing? Yeah, maybe just like scoot over a little. I'll leave the door unlocked for now so he can pop in here. I think this is him, so we'll let him walk in first. Hello, welcome, Devin. Nice to meet you. I'm Jenna. Welcome in. Yeah, and I know Doug told me this is your first time in Searchlight, right? Okay, cool. Great. Well, welcome. It's an all levels class, so you should feel right at home. He grabbed you some props here. There's a lot of space in here, so feel free to take over. Jumps right in here. All right. Hi, Liz. Good morning. Hi. Good morning, everyone. I will make a disclaimer that I'm feeling very emotional this morning. Just being here, having all of you guys in this space. So thank you so much. I won't, not yet. We don't know. We don't know. It's the way of at any point in time that can happen. It's so lovely to be here. Happy Tuesday. This is an all levels class, all layers class. We show up so different every day. So take the layers that feel best to your body this morning. That changes, really honoring that as we pay a little closer attention to our breath, to how we're doing. We can show up more fully for ourselves and then bring that out into the world. It's much needed. I think just that alone is something that I would love to really try to integrate off our mats and into the world of any ingredient that you can take from your yoga practice that you experience for yourself, and then giving yourself permission to share that. One of the things we'll do in class today physically in our bodies is kind of provide ourselves manual adjustments. So a lot of you know that I'll often walk around the room and give hands-on assists and adjustments, not as much in this space as I do other spaces, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to also do that for yourself. So this kind of honoring of how we can show up for ourselves and create support for self, and then know that that also gives us that same permission slip to do it off our mat for other people. We have to practice these things for ourselves first. So we'll take that in a more physical concept today, where we'll really touch different parts of the body and allow us to feel some of those adjustments and how they shift our experience. And then we'll just breathe, move, connect. Yoga practice speaks for itself. So we're going to start laying on our backs. If you want to take up a lot of space, you can have a strap like towards the middle of the mat. It will be most useful there. Blocks will best serve you at the top corners of your mat if you want to go ahead and place them there. But go ahead and take up lots of space. If you want one of those blankets underneath the head, it may feel nice if you hold any tension between the head, neck, and shoulders. You're at home. We're starting our playlist now. And we'll do just that this morning, just kind of show up here first with some acknowledgements on how we're doing without judgment. So starting from a place of, instead of criticism here for how we're doing. Just considering how you're feeling by noticing your breath. So receive a breath in, big belly breath. Exhale audibly. Just do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale, filling up as if you could experience inspiration on the breath in. And then exhale to release, letting go of anything that's keeping you from that inspiration. Just find your natural breath. As you lay here, once again, without judgment, just notice any areas you may habitually be holding tension. So softening your jaw, softening the space between neck and shoulders, maybe rocking the head slightly side to side. And curl all fingertips in towards your palms and then release and let them go. Soften through the wrists, ankles, hips, chest. And then honor stillness as you just allow for your breath to be here with you now. Great news is we don't have to take breath. We always say, take a breath in, but we don't have to take breath. We just have the opportunity to receive it. It's already ours. So noticing every inhalation as it grows from navel to your chest. Starting to find an even breath as the exhalations maybe sink you a little deeper to become one with the earth, the ground beneath you. Noticing anything that comes up as we're still soft and quiet here, still paying attention to the breath. Honoring that thoughts often come through as we find stillness and softness, rather than critiquing the mind, just honoring each thought as if it's a cloud passing through the sky, knowing it's there, but it also passes. Perhaps paying attention to the blue space around it this morning. Declutter the mind, finding more space with every breath. Simply by being here, less to do. A deep breath in. Excuse me. You'll start to stretch your fingertips up and overhead. Point your fingertips to the back of your space. Draw your heels a little closer together if they're nice and wide. Point your toes towards the sound of my voice as you stretch and reach back. Grow your tallest. Allow breath to move through your ribs here as you take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Like a little tick-tock motion, right and left with the upper body, or crossing of one set of heels or then the other. You can find little stretches with your side bodies, maybe gripping, grabbing for one wrist and then the other. Just notice your side bodies wake up. One more breath as you come slowly through center from any movement, pointing and flexing the feet. Waking up the details of your body as we honor these small motions and the details, acknowledging the bigger picture. Come through center, inhale. Exhale, group your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug. First little assist, tucking the knees in. You can find this squeeze to be more built from strength as you draw your forehead to meet your knees or flex your feet, maybe even reaching for your elbows, crossing the elbows across the knees, really finding a tight squeeze, a hug from you to you. Allow this to be core engagement for a moment. And then drop the forehead and shoulders back down, soften around the knees. Plant your feet down. If there's any bolsters or blankets in the way, scoot them out. And then allow the knees to stay bent. Nice, our strap is here. So we'll take the strap from the side of the mat, extend your right heel to the sky. But before you do, we're gonna find a little lasso on the right foot with the strap and then extend the right foot to the sky. Nice thing about the strap is we can keep the shoulders and head grounded here. As you pull on the strap, you can draw the hands a little closer to your ribs. So this pull is coming from our biceps rather than tension built between the head, neck, and shoulders. Simple hamstring stretch to start. We'll flex the right toes, maybe pull gently, drawing this foot a little closer towards your heart space. Your breath is here to move through the spaces that are requesting more space. Damn it, man, that's so cool. Gets me every time. All we have to do is breathe and pay attention to these areas in the body that desire more room, more connection, more love, more attention. Start to group both sides of the strap into your right hand. Just press your left palm down by your side for a little more support and stability. And then we're gonna rock the right heel over to the right towards a half straddle. Deep breath in. Keeping your right foot flexed, exhale through center. And then inhale over to the left, little IT band stretch. The right heel does not have to move far to feel that stretch in the IT band. Nice, exhales bring you through center. Inhale over to the right. Maybe you take a different pace here as we exhale, engage the core, press low back into the earth, come through center. Nice, inhale left. Exhale center. See if we can keep our hips more stable. Just take this movement with the leg. One more time to the right. Exhale center and left. Center. We're going to take the right hand back onto both sides of the strap. If you'd like a little more, one layer is to extend the left heel forward and then pull the right knee out past your right ribs like a happy baby. You may totally ditch the strap and draw right hand to your right foot at this point. Maybe you don't desire the strap anymore, just pulling the outer edge of the right foot, or use the assistance of the strap, pull the strap over to the right. So we're essentially in a supine lizard lunge. Take another breath in, another breath out. The left heel is extended, just breathe into the left hip. And then slowly return the right heel up, the left heel back down, bend the left knee. Unlasso right foot plants, and we'll take that on the second side. So first, just secure both feet to the ground. I like a little windshield wiper between sides with my knees. Pause through center, hook your left foot, extend the left heel to the sky. And first, just find that hamstring stretch, pulling the left toes towards your face. There's your breath. Can we soften the eyes closed or just allow the gaze to come inward with a deeper sense of attention and presence with each breath? We inherently experience more bliss as we move through life simply by paying attention. Sometimes that means we have to move through things that are uncomfortable or painful first. I can pretty much guarantee we pay closer attention to what we already have, to what's around us or what's within us. Come a little closer. This experience of ananda, or bliss, or peace. So much abundance. Start to group the two sides of our strap into our left palm and play that little game of drawing left heel over to the left on your inhale. Exhale, pulls the heel through center, use the core, and then draw the heel over to the right just slightly. Take this at your own pace. Notice any changes or differences from one side to the next. For me, Claire is a little tighter than Randy. If you're new to my class, that's just what I've named my legs. So always an invitation to name your own body parts in my class. I'm so dumb. Take this over, breathe into the stretch, allowing your breath to be your guide here as you come out and open. Inhale, exhale, center. Inhale, over. When you come through center, we'll pause, take your time, regroup the strap into your left hand, and then start to pull the left knee out past your left ribs for a happy baby-like shape. Option is to extend the right heel forward. So your right leg straightens, left heel presses towards the sky, left knee draws out past and towards your left armpit. And we find this supine lizard lunge, really extending through the right heel forward like you're standing on your right foot. And pulling the left knee down. At times, just notice the language that comes up for you here around how this feels, where the breath can move. Like, I am tight, I'm not flexible in my hips, I'm not this. Instead, just finding a little reframe, what we talked about last week. Like, I'm creating space, every breath. When you're ready, you'll start to extend the left heel to the sky, rebend the right knee, release the strap away from the left foot, and then draw both knees back in towards your chest. One last big squeeze here, tucking the knees in, strap can stay to the side. We'll have some fun. Grab the backs of the thighs, maybe even big toes as you start to rock forward and back. You want a couple of those rock side to side first. Maybe you can catch yourself. One layer is to catch yourself in a boat, just for fun. Yeah. And then we're going to make our way all the way up to tabletop. Take your time. This feels extra fun this morning or good on the spine. Take a few more. Tabletop's your destiny. Drawing knees underneath your hips, palms underneath your shoulders. And then I'll encourage you to close your eyes here as you start to find some more organic or natural movement in the spine. This can look like cats and cows. Hips can wag side to side like a dog wagging its tail. Allow your breath to really come into play here. So inhaling before we take a shape to expand and lift and open. Exhaling to find depth, feel strength in your shapes. Maybe this looks less linear of cat and cow and more natural, allowing the head and neck and shoulders to respond. Head and neck are an extension of the spine, so how can they move along with you and your breath here? Pause through center, press into your palms, curl your toes underneath you, and hover your knees just an inch away from the earth for tabletop plank. Acknowledging we don't have to spend the rest of our time here. It's a gift. Lengthen through the low back, engage through your center core. Lengthen through the back of your neck, press into your palms and spread the space behind your heart to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips lift high, heels pull down. Give yourself a little space and time here to just lift and lower your heels. one at a time or both at the same time. If you lost it, coming back to your breath, the quality, sensation of the breath as it moves in and up, out and down. Inhale, gaze forward, heels rise. Exhale, take a walk towards your hands. This can be on tippy toes for a challenge, or take a few big steps. Ragdoll forward fold when you arrive. Deeply or softly bend the knees to let the head hang into the window of your arms. Reach for your elbows. How can we breathe a little more fully into this shape, imagining a waterfall at the base of your spine, so it could pour out through the base of the spine all the way out through the crown of your head. And feel the earth beneath you, just constant support there that we don't have to think about all day long, every day. Feeling your feet ground into that space, small lift of your arches, connection through all 10 toes. You've got all 10 toes. Deep breath in. Exhale, release elbows if you held on. Inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. We'll come all the way up to stand. Take your time. Exhale, take a big shoulder roll up, back and around. Take that shoulder roll with arms just once. Inhale, reach forward and up. And open the palms out like bird wings. Exhale, roll the shoulders down. Do that one more time with the breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Pause in Tadasana. Feet connect to the mat. Chest lifts simply with the breath as it moves in and up. Fingertips pull down to the earth. Chin slightly lifts. Tailbone tucks. Uddiyana Bandha, engaging from low navel all the way up. Inhale, reach out and overhead. Exhale, tuck to bend your arms, open up your heart. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And then as your gaze shifts up, your back body may follow here. Notice any deep curvature in the low back. See if we can tuck the tailbone down, lift up some of your thoracic spine, and then draw your elbows to shoulder height. Feeling your biceps light up as fingertips spread away from one another. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Strong spine gets you there. Inhale, long spine, long breath, halfway lift, palms to shins. Exhale, walk back to a high plank. Hands plant underneath your shoulders, step both feet back and pause. First layer is to connect your knees down towards the earth. Find a modified plank with me, or you can stay on your toes. Knees or toes still engaging through your midline. Deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Slow lower everything down to the earth. Take your time. Shave your ribs with your elbows. Connect into the tops of your feet. Inhale, cobra. Back body lifts your chest forward and up. Exhale, roll down. Keep your elbows close to your ribs. Connect into the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Press into palms and knees, or maybe curl your toes underneath you. Inhale, push up to a modified plank or high plank. Your layers get you back to downward facing dog. Press into palms. Take your time. You can move through child's pose there, tabletop to get back. Find that active press up. Where's your breath? Inhale, gaze forward, think forward. Exhale, travel. You can hop, float, fly, maybe step to the top of your mat. Nice, Liz. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, root down, reach out and overhead. Something new at the top, palms to prayer. Exhale, shark fin, thumbs to the back of your neck, elbows up high. New baby back bend as you cradle the back of your skull with the heels of your hands. Fingertips point down to stretch your triceps up. Same engagement here of the low core to protect your low back. Deep breaths. This time, inhale. Exhale, interlace all 10 fingers. Come back through center, find lawn chair arms. Elbows come out wide. Inhale. Exhale, without yanking or pulling, gently draw the chin in, elbows in, and roll down. Release the back of the head. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, walk back, high plank. Knees or toes, find your inhale breath. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, lower with strength, softness. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press through palms and knees, your way back to downward facing dog. 2 breaths, in through your nose, out through your nose. Long in, deep out. Inhale, gaze forward, think forward. Exhale, travel, top of your mat, walk, step, float, maybe fly. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Last time, we'll come all the way up. Inhale. This time, find a steeple grip. Exhale, half moon to the right, shift hips to the left. So we find a big stretch through our left side body. As your hips steer over to the prop wall, we come up and over an imaginary beach ball on your right hip crease. Send your breath through your left ribs here as you connect more deeply into the knife edge of your left foot. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Beautiful. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch. Opening up now through right side, framing the head with your shoulders and arms. Well, Sun A with chest expansion variations to wake up, to honor the day. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, prayer hands to your heart, Samastitihi, standing at attention. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, share your breath out. Inhale, reach up and overhead. This time, exhale, clasp your hands at your low back, find a fist. Maybe we separate the heels more gently apart so we have a little more space to draw the knuckles down towards your heels, lift your heart. And then exhale, forward fold with a chest expansion. We'll be here for a moment to experience any layers as you release the head down. Come down into a fold. Know the hands may stay right at your low back, especially if you're real strong. Once again, no judgment. We can't lift the hands away from low back. See if we can soft bend the knees, crown of the head to the earth. Nice. If you have hands lifted, perhaps you find a little twist here. Bend in one knee, draw one shoulder down, gaze over the opposite for a moment. Awesome use of strap. One more breath. Hands released by way of low back, exhale. Inhale, long spine, press palms to shins. Exhale, your way back to down dog. This can look many ways. Maybe you just drop the palms down to the earth. Take knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, all the way back. You can find up dog, cobra, or skip all that and just walk back to down dog. Perfect. Come back to your breath. In through your nose. Out through your nose. Inhale your right leg to the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale, open, bend, and stretch. Right knee draws towards the ceiling tiles as your right heel kicks towards your left glute. Allow your hips to open up, but then press more evenly into your right thumb, first finger. So feeling that manual adjustment for yourself. The right hips open, pressing more into the right palm to keep shoulders square. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, lengthen, level your right hip. Kick your right heel back, straighten your right leg. Exhale, low lunge, right foot to your right thumb. Drop your left knee down to the earth. We have blocks at the top corners of our mat so that we can take the earth and bring it up to us. Such a gift to have these little props to open up our hearts. We'll drop our left knee down if it's lifted. Strongly encourage a blanket underneath your left knee joint. Draw blocks to frame that front right foot. And then see if you can use the blocks to maybe spread perhaps the distance of the mat or gently off the mat so that we can find more space for the heart to grow long and open, keeping the integrity of our lunge. Right knee stacked over your right ankle rather than the right knee jolting forward. Just agree to being in this low lunge, lightness through our palms as we touch the blocks. Giving our wrists a break from any pressure, pressing down. Active lift of the chest, active stretch of your left hip flexor forward. Starting to imagine a lasso on the right hip crease, gently drawing the right hip back. And an inhale, we'll reach forward and up. Exhale, draw your right palm to your right thigh. And then continue to stretch your left palm to the sky. So little opening through the left side, through the chest. As you press into your right thigh or start to lengthenish your right arm, you'll support yourself into a back bend here. Extending the heart open, the left fingertips open, but relax your left shoulder away from your ear. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Come through center. Left palm is going to make its way all the way down to the earth. And inhale, extend your right hand to the sky, twisted lunge. Soft bend the left elbow, spiral from your rib cage. Deep breath in, deep breath out. On an inhale, reach to the back of your space. Exhale, circle to the earth and forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, down, forward. One more time, big open circle with the right arm. Exhale, down, forward. Find your blocks. I'm gonna move to a half split variation. Shift your hips back over your bent left knee. So grounded kneeling knee, we shift the hips back. Walk the blocks back, flex your right toes. And then we'll all find this little manual adjustment this morning, taking our right thumb, putting it into the right hip, and actually feeling that assist of the right hip crease back. Oh, baby, that's something. Flex your right toes. You may stay here with a longer spine, just feeling that connection of the right thumb into the hip as it draws back and levels off your hips. If you feel like you can let go of the hip now, drawing hands to your blocks, staying with a long, strong spine. If it feels energetically best to round here, to tuck the chin in and fold a little deeper over the right leg, then take that. Got a few breaths in this half Hadha Manasana. Growing length, space into the belly of your right hamstring, and everything that's connected, all the fascia in between, the right heel, so it moves all the way up to your right hip. If you folded, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, we'll draw the right pinky toe down to the earth. And then inhale, come right back up to 12 o'clock. So just finding some movement now in this right straightish leg, dropping the right pinky toe towards the ground, doesn't have to touch. And then right up to 12. Notice any areas that are waking up in the outer right hip, through the calf, hamstring. come up, breathe in. Exhale, return to your lunge. Blocks can come forward. You can assist your pressure into the blocks as we extend the right heel back from here, one leg tabletop. And then I'll encourage you to drop your left palm and your right palm back down underneath the shoulders. And a squareness here of the right pinky toe down. Little balance challenge, engage through your core. Take left thumb, draw it into left hip, and find that little pull back. And then extend the right heel to the back of your space. Maybe lift right heel to right glute. Replant left palm, deep breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Round like a cat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee, right shoulder. Extend the right foot out from here. Half straddle, drop the right foot down and lean back into a child's pose. Our right leg's out, and then we'll just draw our hips towards our heels, drop your head down. You have a lot of options here as we rest into this shape. You can flex the right toes towards the sky or plant into the knife edge of your right foot. Some may have the hips stacked more over your left knee rather than all the way back. See if we can surrender the chin in towards the chest. You could find a little bit of movement forward and back, or just drop into stillness and breathe into your inner right thigh. You came to child's pose, slowly come up back to your tabletop. Exhale, redraw the right knee in towards center table. And then start to pivot your left toes off your mat. Extend the right foot back for a modified side plank. And we're going to take the right hand on the bottom of your left ribs and kind of pull the left ribs up, and then slide the right hand across your chest all the way to the sky. Nice. Feeling that extension in your modified side plank. You have an option here if you'd like to lift your right heel for a challenge. Grounded half moon, lifting the right heel. You could bend in the right knee and take a quad stretch, Chopasana variation. Notice where your choices are coming from. I want to feel this sensation, or this is what's happening around me. I'm supposed to be doing this. Take what your body needs. Breathe into the shape. If you've got the foot, slow motion release, taking your time. Right hand will circle all the way to the top of your mat. Round yourself back down, both knees ground. Your way back to down dog. This can look like just shifting back or moving through connecting vinyasa if you'd like from tabletop. Take your time. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your nose. Just got two sides to our body, thank God. Left leg to the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, open, bend, and stretch. Notice how it feels here on this side to connect now into the right thumb. First finger is left hip open, left knee draws skyward. Where's your breath? Inhale, lengthen, level hips, square off. Exhale, left leg lunge, left foot to your left thumb. Drop your right knee down and curl your right toes. First, find your blocks and really set yourself up with the integrity of your lunge. Left knee stacks over heel, and then draw the blocks out wide. Lengthen your chest forward and up. See if we can just sink into the sensation of this lunge before we rise. The shoulders over hips, really setting the right hip flexor to stretch forward. That imaginary lasso on the left hip pulling back. Navel lifting in and up to support you here. Slowly starting to rise off our blocks. Press into the left foot a whole lot to inhale, crescent moon. Then on an exhale, plant your left hand at your thigh. Recommit to that lunge and open up from here, starting to straighten-ish the left arm to lift up through your right palm. So small little adjustment as we straighten-ish the left hand and press into the left thigh. We lift up through the right fingertips, right ribs. Doesn't have to look deep for you to feel grand amounts of sensation from right grounded knee all the way up the hip, out through your right fingertips to lift. Just take one more breath back. Exhale, right palm to the earth. As it does, left palm spins open, twisted lunge. First, just ground down through the right hand, spiral your left ribs open. Stack the shoulders and extend through left fingertips to the sky. Soft bend right elbow, breathe in. And out. Another breath here. Inhale, reach to the back of your space. Exhale, circle down and forward. Find your breath. Inhale, open the shoulder. Exhale, down, forward. One more big circle. Exhale, down. This time, close into your lunge. We'll reach for our blocks once again. Half Hanumanasana, half splits. Take your walk back as you flex your left toes. Blocks can come underneath the shoulders. And notice hips are stacked over right knee here. We can take our left thumb now into the left hip and find that hook. When you take that hook, press the left big toe forward. Ooh, deep breath in. Your choices, if you want to stay here with the connection of thumb to hip, you can. Maybe we start to soften or hinge from this level space. Chin can gently tuck in for a more rounded version. I find with a long spine in half Hanumanasana, we can breathe even more space into the belly of our hamstring, into the length of the spine. Just connect to your breath here. On an inhale, lift your hearts away from your front thigh. Keep the half Hanumanasana leg, and we'll take these little tick-tocks. So left pinky toe towards the ground. Try to keep hips level, and then exhale right back up to 12 o'clock. Do this a couple times. Inhale down. Ooh, exhale up. When you're ready, inhale. Maybe smile. It's a good manual adjustment for life. Exhale, lunge. Hands can stay on blocks for support as we donkey kick the left heel back. Use your core. And then when you're ready, you can ground the palms down onto the earth, scoot blocks to the side. And find a steering, little rotation of your left pinky toe towards the earth, and then the left heel towards your left glute. Draw the right thumb into your right hip. So opposite hand to the leg that's lifted. Find that small little lasso or leveling of your hips. Breathe in. Right palm replants. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right elbow cross across your body and squeeze with the left knee. Nice. Inhale, come all the way back. This time, exhale, we'll take that fire hydrant leg, left knee, left shoulder. Come halfway back and then stretch the left heel out, half straddle. Hips down towards your heels. If you took the child's pose variation, half straddle now on the left leg. Relax the head down somewhere, whether that's just a gentle rest of the chin in, The left heel is now out. You can choose that flexion through the left toes or sending of the left knife edge of your foot down. The hips can be lifted here, or like tabletop, or set back like child's pose. Where is your breath? Slowly come up to your tabletop. Redraw your left knee down to your table. So rebending the left knee, just enough to pivot your right toes off your mat over to the right. For a modified side plank, we'll stretch the left hip back, open up, find a big thread the needle. So left arm comes underneath the right ribs, and then manually scoop the right ribs up and slide the left palm across your chest and ribs to open. Maybe your gaze follows the direction and the movement of the left palm towards the sky. Your options here, if you took them, to lift the left heel, half moon on a grounded knee, maybe bend in the left knee, reach for the top of the foot, kick and pull. Your choices, but allow the chest to be lifted, balance to be guided by strong connected breath. You held the foot, slow motion release. We'll stretch the left palm all the way to the top of your mat, side body stretch, and then circle yourself back down, palms land, knees ground, and find your way back to downward facing dog. You can connect through vinyasa or just make your way back. Couple standing postures here after all that grounded movement. Inhale, open mouth, exhale. Inhale, gaze forward, think forward. Exhale, travel, maybe try a couple hops or one big hop towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, root down, reach out and overhead, combining all three back bends together. Exhale, cactus and open. Nice. With your breath, inhale, reach up, prayer hands. Exhale, shark fin, thumbs down, elbows up. Inhale, this time come up, steeple grip. Just one breath. Exhale, half moon to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Clasp all 10 fingers together, cradle the back of the head, lean the head into the hands, elbows wide. And then exhale, slowly start to tuck your chin into your chest. Roll yourself down. Let go of the head, inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Listening closely, we'll exhale and walk the left foot back to a lunge for warrior two. So the left foot walks back and then spin your left foot down so that the knife edge of left foot's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Spiral nice and slowly open, hips and heart will face the prop wall side of your room. Right knee drawing towards the top of your mat, tracking forward towards your right toes rather than tapping in or out. Little manual adjustment here, draw hands to your hips, straighten your right leg, inhale. Exhale, notice the neutrality in the pelvic floor. You might actually let your weight pivot into the left hip, rebend in the right knee, and allow the rotation to come from your ribs. Nice. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to knee, left arm up and overhead. Press down into your right elbow, and then create more space between both ears and both shoulders. Extend through left pinky finger, press down through left pinky toe. And breathe into your sides. Space on the left rib, strengthen the right. On an inhale, we'll reverse our triangle. Left palm comes down your back leg to start. Right palm reaches up. And then we're going to take our left palm, that's down the back leg, and extend it in front of the belly over to the right ribs. Nice. Just give yourself a little hold. Take a gentle opening or pressure as you even can spider finger the right hand into the right ribs to lift back a little more. Keep your right hand where it is. Exhale, tee your right arm forward. Still having this hold. We'll take triangle pose. First, extend the right fingertips forward. Right hand comes down. And then like we did in our side plank, we're gonna lift the right ribs and slide that left palm across the heart or ribs up to the sky. So that little adjustment from you to kind of scoop the right ribs underneath you to expand and open, lift through your top palm. Light palm is light. Notice if it's in a grip or if it's in a strong hold, we can lighten that pressure or reach for a block. Nice. Just another round of breath. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the right leg, reach back. This time, pivot your front right toes parallel to your left. Take that side body stretch we've been taking to your back foot and down, wide leg forward fold. You have some options here to just hang heavy between the heels. Maybe stretch your fingertips forward or back. Totally your choice how you'd like to take this wide leg fold. Stretch for one ankle and then the other. Take your choices. Breathe into your shapes and transitions. Almost there. Find a halfway lift. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Find a lunge. Right foot points forward. Now we're all going to take our blocks on their third side underneath the palms. This is going to be similar to what we did in our half split, but it's a balance challenge. So walk into your right foot, lift your left heel. And then as you keep pressure into your left palm for stabilization, dial left pinky toe down, draw right thumb to your right hip, and find that little hook. Lasso the right hip back. Really changes the integrity and balance of this shape. If you'd like, the challenge is to tuck the left knee into your chest, just like your table, and come all the way up to stand, one leg Tadasana. Maybe you have to tap the left toes down, bring both hands to your hips, come up, and then return the left knee forward. Maybe the foot balances and floats the whole way. Nice, hands to your hips. One breath in, extend the left heel forward. Exhale, bend. Plant your left foot down. Lift your right knee up for tree pose. Right foot comes to your inner thigh or knees. Your choice. So we now stabilize through the left foot, right knees out. Your choice as you come up if you want to stretch your branches. I'm going to give you a lot of layers and options today. We've been finding half straddles throughout our practice. You have a variation in your tree. Also, watching people move is often a challenge. You can scoop up the right knee, almost like that half shape we took grounded at the very beginning of class, supine, where you just hold the right knee out. Maybe you extend the right heel to that half straddle. You can reach for the right big toe or hold the thigh. Tree pose is perfect. So just find that opening for the right knee outwards, whatever that looks like, for another breath. Or just variations. All trees different, even if they're quote unquote the same type of tree out in nature. Not one is the same one to the next, so it should be the same situation in here. Right foot will eventually meet your left. And then I call this hokey pokey asana. Let it go. Balance pisses you off, you're doing it right. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reach up and overhead. Last time here. Exhale, cactus and open. Inhale, reach up, prayer hands. Exhale, shark fin. Gratitude for all shapes, all breaths prior to this one here. Inhale, reach up, steeple grip, last time. Exhale, half moon right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cradle the back of the head. Last little lift up. Exhale, carry the chin in, roll yourself down. Let go of the head. Long spine, long breath. Inhale. Exhale, walk the right foot back for your lunge to open up in warrior two. We'll spin the right foot down, spiral, leading with the right arm open, and then settle into your last standing posture, second side. Right away here, notice where the left knee is tracking. Take hands to hips, straighten your left leg. Let the weight come back into your back heel, back hip, so that we find more neutrality in the pelvic floor. Bend in the left knee and spiral open from the ribs. Extend through the fingertips. Find your breath. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to knee, right arm up and overhead. A lot of our manual adjustments can be contributed to through our imagination. So imagining a nice stretchy rubber band that's at the right pinky finger attached to the right pinky toe, and every inhale stretches that rubber band, allowing your right obliques to take on length, allowing your left obliques to feel strong. Absolutely beautiful alignment. Just take one more breath. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the left leg, reach back. And then we're gonna slide this right palm across the belly to the left ribs and start to spread the left ribs open. I actually like to kind of creepy crawl my fingers open and lift. And then keep the right hand where it is. Extend the left fingertips forward. For triangle pose, lengthen. Drop the left palm lightly, maybe just in front of the left calf. It can be further up. And then scoop the left ribs underneath you using the right palm and slide the right hand across the body towards the sky. Stamp down into the knife edge of your right foot. Lift up through the arch of your left. Extend through the right ribs. Open through your heart. Really nice. Use your side bodies to open all the way up. Inhale, reverse triangle. Parallel left toes to your right. Take a big circle to the back foot and through. Wide leg fold. You're almost there. Few new variations in this shape. This shape doesn't change much right to left, so we have the opportunity to take on variations ourselves. There's your breath. Soft bend in the knees. Loosen through your jaw, your brow. Notice if we're anticipating shapes to come or even considering ones we've been in, come back to here now with the breath. And long spine, inhale. Turn over your left shoulder, exhale to your last lunge forward. We'll find our blocks on the third side for most support. Take a step gently into the left heel, lift the right heel. The left or right heel can barely be lifting off the mat or come up towards your right glute for a challenge. There's 2 layers there. Left thumb comes to your left hip. We find balance. Press into the right palm on the block to lasso your left hip back. Now it's your choice. As we come up to one leg Tadasana, you're gonna pull the right knee in, tucking in with strength, like a little crunch. Maybe the right toes float the whole time as you come off your block. One leg Tadasana. Hands can be at your hips for support. One inhale breath, extend. Exhale, bend. Plant your right foot down. Pick up your left for tree pose. Left foot's coming to the inner thigh or calf. You know the options you took first side, so I'll encourage you to find a drishti, a point in front of you to gaze at that's unmoving, that's not me. And then maybe draw your left knee out if you took that variation. Maybe we're extending through the heel to that half straddle. Just options. There's no right or wrong way to do yoga. You're not getting graded for if that heel extends. So what's that manual adjustment of the ego look like? Whew. Caring less about what it looks like and more about how it feels in our bodies. How different the world would be if we were all coming from that attention and awareness. When you're ready, in your own pace, you'll gently draw the left knee forward, drop the left foot to the right, and shake that shit out. Draw your feet nice and wide. Draw one palm to your low abdomen, one to your heartbeat. Close your eyes, especially if it feels silly. Remembering that you're safe, rocking the shoulders back and down, feeling the beating underneath your top palm and the breath as it moves from your bottom palm all the way up. The greatest things in life are free and quite simple, just acknowledging your life force here as it moves. Standing meditation for another couple breaths. Root down through the feet, just fill up into the palms. Hands will start to float away from chest and belly back down to your sides. Feet can stay wide, or you can draw your hips or feet rather a little closer to hips distance apart. Thought you're going to get through a Jenna class without a chair pose. Wrong. Inhale, chair. Sit low, reach high. Great news about this chair is it's going to come all the way to the ground in whatever pace you'd like to take it. You can go nice and slow, feeling your strength. Eventually, we're going to drop the sit bones down when you're ready. If you want to drop into a high boat, you can, or you can keep the heels down. Still taking that diagonal from the crown of the head to the sit bones when you land. Feel your strength, your channel of light from the base of your spine all the way up to your heart. Send that, beam it to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, hands come behind you, elbows bend. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. My favorite manual assist. Free massage for your butt cheeks from Mother Earth. It's free. This thing's free right here. You can do it anytime. Come over to the right. Pause. Sit up and notice left knee into the right foot. Just take a little rotation. Hands come behind you. You'll face the back of the room. Take a gentle twist. Maybe gaze over your right shoulder. If you want to come down or reach this forward for a moment, we've got a couple breaths here. Slowly return up if you've lowered. Slowly unravel, come back through center, hands come back. Take a couple rounds of those windshield wipers. And then we'll drop to the left when you're ready. Right knee towards the inside of left foot. Rotate to the back of your space. And just allow yourself to be here. If you folded first side, take it. Notice differences from right to left. Slowly come up. Take your time to unravel. This time we're going to extend our fingertips forward. Reach for your blocks. Draw them halfway down the mat. And then you're just going to take your time to roll all the way back. If you've got anything like me, blanket underneath the sit bones, you can remove it. Maybe draw it to the back of the mat to act as a pillow. And then come to your backs. Made it here. Rock the knees into the chest again. Give yourself a squeeze like we started class. From here, we'll just take a little more core movement before we start to surrender into some final shapes. So from this little nugget, breathe in, exhale, and on an inhale, stretch your body long. Extend the fingertips behind you, extend your feet forward. The heels can land, palms can land. If you'd like a challenge, then heels and shoulders may stay lifted slightly. Exhale, breath comes in, tuck in, big hug, knees to your chest. Just do this 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen this, your tallest, longest body. Exhale, pull in. Nice, just feeling our fire light up here. 1 more breath back. Nice, control dog. Exhale, pull it in. And then relax your head and shoulders down if they lifted. Relax the feet down, knees are bent. We're gonna take a supported bridge pose here. Your blocks are by your sides. So as you press into your feet, knees are bent, head and shoulders down. Lengthen your arms long by your sides. Relax your shoulders from your ears. From here, we'll inhale to lift the hips. Blocks are right there. I like them on their second side glued together. And then you can just rest the sacrum down. This should catch the triangle bone at the base of the spine as you come towards the butt cheeks. You're here. You could also just do this on 1 block on its first side if this is too much. Your choice here is to extend the feet to the sky. If you'd like waterfall, feet can draw up, or you can stay in supported bridge just as you are. Where can you soften? Soften through the muscles of your face. Start to soften the space where eyelids gently are placed on eyeballs. Soften through jaw, through brow. As feet are lifted, just noticing, letting gravity take over. Blood flow the opposite direction it's used to for you most of the day. Honoring this little opportunity for a shift on our perspective, perhaps, something we need that shift on. Slowly dripping your heels in towards your glutes. If you have the feet lifted, take your time like you're moving through honey. Drop the heels, drop the feet. Notice tingling sensation when you land back in your supported bridge for a moment. On an inhale, you'll lift your hips away from your blocks. Remove the blocks and exhale, drop the hips back down. A couple more shapes here as we lower the hips to the earth. Cross your right ankle over your left. Flex your right toes. Figure 4. Keep the head and shoulders grounded. So right ankle crosses over left. Flex your right toe. What am I saying? Am I saying, everyone's looking at me. Right ankle over your left knee. You guys are so smart though. You did it anyway. That's not a thing. Hug the shape into your bodies if you'd like, or you can stay. One adjustment you could make for yourself is to keep the left foot planted and just slowly steer the right knee forward using the right palm. But see if you can relax head and shoulders a little more. Yeah, doing less here. Just being with the shape. You can add or subtract to it as your body's requesting. Maybe that means we draw the left foot down and you windshield wiper the figure 4 leg. You can extend your left heel to the sky for one last hamstring stretch, just options. See if we can ground the back of the head and shoulders in any variation we're taking. That might mean we lessen. Yeah, there it is, Devin. Just drop that foot. Flex the right toes, protect your right knee, and breathe. There's less to do. Slowly, you'll come out of this shape on this side, returning the left foot to the ground, drawing the right foot back down, and taking this second side. Left ankle crosses over right knee. Figure four. Your choice. If you want to stay here and just breathe as it is asana, just simply by keeping the right foot grounded, and then play here as you did first side. Honor what you did first side, knowing that asymmetry is real in the body, but we work towards symmetry right and left. Here for a few breaths.
I see the sparkle in your eyes. You say I'm beautiful, and I believe, and I will never feel more beautiful when I'm right.
Taking any ingredients off very slowly as you drop the right foot down and then across your left heel eventually. Feet plant. Extend your legs to the top of your mat. Extend your arms out rather than having arms overhead. See if you can create a little more space between your head, neck, and shoulders. One last little opportunity here to create a deeper sense of peace or rest for yourself. See if you can curl all 10 toes in, curl all fingers in, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release hands, fingers, and allow that to move through the rest of your being here, as if every breath is an invitation for more surrender, for a deeper sense of peace, rest, an agreement to being rather than doing. Enjoy Shavasana, simply resting here, eyes shut. Breath soft. Maybe the arms come long by your sides if they're still active, and palms just gently lay open as that gesture to receive what's already here, what we already have. Receive a deep breath in. Exhale freely. No sense of urgency here. Brush. Begin to wiggle toes or fingers. Gently part your lips. Rock your jaw side to side. Taking your time, honoring your own unique way to slowly wake up. Find another full body stretch back as we've taken throughout class. If it sounds good, one last bit of length. Roll you to one side. Maybe you take that hug or ball. Just notice where the hands can go on the body to create deeper sense of safety, encouragement, love as the hands touch. And just bring yourself to an easeful seat. Take your time to get there. Perhaps trusting the awareness you have in your body to bring yourself up with eyes closed. Palms can lay open on the knees. Last time, once again, this little tourniquet of the palms to lay open allows the rest of your body to respond, a strong spine, expansive heart. And thank God we don't have to do it alone. Receive a breath in all together as one. Open mouth, let go. Inhale, reach up and overhead, palms to prayer. Exhale, pray your hands down the midline, rest your thumbs at your heart, bow your head to your hands. Be kind to yourselves because you matter. Be kind to others because they matter. Light soul, heart in me chooses to love each and every one of you. Om Shavaya. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. I do have a little announcement that I'm reluctant to make, but we're supposed to. And Searchlight will be closing at the end of February. So you'll get a newsletter today that will come out, or tomorrow, probably the first of the month. But I wanted to be able to share that with you all because this place is like church and home for me. So many of you have practiced with me for a really long time. So thank you for being here. This is why we cry. And I'm happy to connect about ways that we can still practice. It's just a space, but spaces allow for a lot of change. And yeah, it's just unfortunately post-COVID time, but room for more to grow here. So please let me know if you have questions, and I love you all. And if you're new, sorry, Devin, I don't usually cry at the end. Thank you for being here. Let me know if you guys need anything. Take your time on your way out. We'll still have the remainder of February together. So I'd love to share as much as possible with any of you guys for the rest of the month here on Tuesday mornings. And we'll see what happens. But thanks for being little lights. It's easy to at least take what we learn in this space and bring it out to the world. So I've always loved the name of this place. So as we search for that continuously for ourselves, light is something that's meant to be shared. So let's do that. Thank you. I know, it's hard.
We still have a rabbits. We're trying to make up there. In the summer, it's so nice in the summer. It's funny, I don't think
Yes, I'm doing nothing is wrong. When you are
Very nice space. So much
if you don't, you might
yeah.
concentrate.
I like having that style like in the repertoire. This is like, because I teach the same style class. It's just that. It's a beautiful like, concept. It's like this could be the mentality. Saturday for time of the year, you know, she like but she is offering a new class on Saturdays before that class called Somatic Awakening, and it's like wind, breath work, and meditation, and it's like it's literally like the most brilliant class I've ever taken. I really don't. I haven't missed this since I started this. It's just on my Saturday, but yeah, like that space is really special with the people down there, and that's what I was like. Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, it's lovely to have you. I feel like you guys are I've had this in my life so long that it feels like reading that is so I really don't think so. Where it's for my yoga practice. You want to do just like single class yeah. Oh no, I thought. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think she's taking it as also like a huge opportunity to like reset, you know? Wow, every day, yeah. I was thinking on my bed, I like here in the morning, it's been quite cold for a while now. And it's hot now, like it's hot outside, and I have the same thought. Right, it's like, see. Songs, yeah. Oh, that's So then I was gonna say, I went to the concert station. It's strong. I came out and I was like, what the hell have I been doing every Thursday? Why am I not fit? It was so good. And she's also one of the only teachers that I honestly, like, there, yeah, she's just so good. Great. Hopefully we can see her. Have a lovely spring day. Yeah.